Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching EXPOZ, April 16, 2016 at 2:32 a.m. Birmingham. Topic, I have two. One, what if America had an EMP to go off 200, 300 miles up? Number two, I'm going to tell you what I saw on TV last night, and I want you to go look at it. And you tell me what I did or didn't see. You'll be convinced too. First, there's a gentleman, and his name is Gary HEAVIN. He's a producer of the new movie coming out May 13th called AmeriGEDDON. He's not a producer, never has been, not an actor, never has been. He started a fitness company several years back and sold it, and apparently made a lot of money. He's been feeding 10,000 people per day where the earthquake hit Haiti. And on top of that, he made this movie. He opened the eyes of a lot of actors that didn't see this until they participated and made the movie. So, a Congressional Report, and this is true, recently said if America was hit by an EMP and it did the damage that's expected, it would destroy America and kill up to 90% of the citizens in this country would die in the first year. That, to me, was higher than I would have thought. But if you go back, and I know you're not going to go way back, but I did a blog. The first EMP blog I did was in the first 100 videos, and I've got 1,100 right now. And I talked about what would happen if EMP hit. Exactly what was in here. Except I didn't mention the number of deaths. I just said the number of deaths would be high in the first year. So he's talking about what it would take to kill so many people. And as we know, food. 72 hours, there will not be a can of beans on a store shelf anywhere in this country. After that, what's in the inner city, and I'm talking about 10 miles out of town, 60 miles out of town, that store will be emptied. Keep in mind, no gasoline, you can't get gas, your car's not going to run anyway, but people are going to be on the move. And they kill everything in their path to get to food. Check out, if you remember the Donner Pass, back in the gold rush days when the whole crew was going to California, they got stranded in the mountains at Donner Pass. They were starving and people were dying. Well, the people that were dying was feeding the people that was left alive. Food took them, they did something. I'll die before I'll take a bite of a human. I mean, I'll die. I choose to go on home anyway. In any case, the contributing circumstances would be the biggest play in the deaths in this country. And that's simple. No electric, people lose their oxygen supply, hospitals, they have no backup generators, stuff like that. And on and on and on. No gasoline, no running water, no gas in your stove, no power, no nothing, no generators, zip, zap, zero, nothing. Only thing that'll work are your 2 feet and your mouth and your hands if you're able. So he said it would be wise to stock up on some stuff. Well, most people have 72-hour supply of food in their homes. But when that crowd moves outward, they're going to start taking anyone and everyone's food on the way. So it would just be a matter of days if they got to my house, and I'm close to town, 6 miles away, but I'm close. So this is his take, and I agree 100%. Also, he thinks the best place to live and the safest during any time, even now, but even better then, Where's the place that I talk about the most, that in my heart, I love it. I've been there 16 times and I can't wait to go back, and I'd move in a heartbeat, is Texas. Texas has a government that it can be self-contained, which they are. The state is self-contained. The state doesn't depend on any other state for anything they get. No gas, no food, no power, no water. Texas has their whole energy supply right there, but they too won't have power. But still, Texas, for safety reasons, Jade Hill, martial law, and the whole 9 yards, be safer to be there. Because when Jade Helm rode through Texas, the governor of Texas, Rick Perry, made sure that the Texas Air Guard, National Guard, followed them, stayed on their butts everywhere they went till they were out of their state. And they did just that. Texas is a safe place. He also says, Gary HEAVIN, that people need to think about what Donald Trump is really saying. Number one, he can't be bought. He can't be bullied. He is saying what you and I would, if we were to step up on a platform and people would hear us, we would say the very same thing that Donald Trump is saying. And I agreed all the way. My name's been on his the whole time. And that'll be unchanged. Okay, I'm kind of made my point. By the way, one more thing. Most of us are in a belief bubble, meaning that it can't happen here. And it can happen. I just don't believe it will happen until after the rapture of the church. Then the Bible says 1/3 of the world population will die during the first 3.5 years of the tribulation, of the rapture of the church going up. So let's move on to what I saw on TV. I saw a reptilian. I mean, you got to see it and then you'll believe it. Last night on NatGEO TV, the title of the show was E13, Gross Work, Gross work, work that nobody wants to do. Nasty, nasty work. And they interviewed someone at every position, working down in the sewage, working tanning sheepskin and stuff like this in India and places like that, and horrible places. But every event, a man or a woman was interviewed and talking about the work that they did, which was gross work. There was one guy that they were interviewing, and I noticed, I don't know why, I don't usually pay attention to tiny things, but I did. They interviewed a guy 30 seconds, 15 seconds, it was from here up. And then they got in and it was like from here up. So you got a good close shot of his face. He blinked. His tongue came out like, then he blinked twice. And I got thinking, what's that? What if that's a reptilian? And then I got thinking, wow, what if it was a reptilian? So the original air date on this is March 28, 2004. NatGEO, at the 23-minute mark, the man that they were interviewing close up, watch his eyes. When that tongue came out, he had 2 rapid blinks. But when you put it on step, between the blinks, eyes are closed, open, and baby, you see a reptilian there. I mean, the boldest, widest, narrow slits in those eyes. Eyes right across here. And 1 second, maybe a second and a quarter, went blurry. But it didn't go blurry because they blurred it. It went blurry because there was a change. Go there, look for it. and replay it over and over and over, step, you will see the very same thing I saw. First time in my life, I'll say that all the others, I said, that was a glitch on the TV, that was something, but yet no other part of his face, his entire face down to here, nothing changed, just right here. You got to see it. It kind of blew my mind. But you have the times, again, E13, gross work, NATGEO, first aired March 28, 2004, and I saw it last night on April 15, 2016. Look at it, guys. Jody Wolf Expose.